Let's roll on. Andy's on the board. 1 p.m. Eastern. Indianapolis Colts 9-8, 5-3 on the road last year. At the Houston Texans 4-13, 2-7 at home. Energy Stadium in Houston, Texas. I don't know how Lovie Smith keeps getting opportunities. He must be the greatest guy in the world.
Good interviewer.
He must be just fucking the kindest, most loving, friendly, hilarious, charismatic guy, because he gets jobs and does not deserve them. Colts, Texans. Let's look at the line history here. We have the Texans open up at +8 at -105. They're now +8 at -124. I don't think this is a belief in Houston. I think it's people not believing in the Colts, especially in week 1, where they have these ridiculous, horrific week 1 numbers in their last 12 years. This total opened up at 44. It's now up to 46. Open at 44, up to 46. Here we go. The Colts are 1-11 straight up and against the spread in week 1. That's dating back 12 years, obviously. Frank Reich, 0-4 in week 1. Straight up and against the spread in his tenure at Indianapolis. The Colts will start their 5th different starting quarterback in the last 5 years, and this time it's 37-year-old Matt Ryan. Let's take a look at the cash in this one. 26,896 tickets in. 51% of the tickets and 92% of cash is on the Texans. Wild. I guess this goes down to 7 by kickoff.
There's places hanging 7 now. It's and again, I don't know if it's full belief in the Texans, but there's places that are 7 flat both sides. Wow. I don't quite make heads or tails of it. I like Davis Mills at times last year. He felt like he was very serviceable, but I really, really, really hate betting on this game. Again, hey, here's a bunch of points you got to lay on the road in a divisional game with a brand new quarterback, and he's not brand new by any means in the league, but coming into a new system, you lay a bunch of points on the road against a divisional foe. That never feels good. And then on the other hand, it's like you're betting on the Houston Texans with a guy who his last stint was leading Illinois to like a 30% win clip. Like, the game may have passed Lovie Smith by at this point, at least from a head coaching standpoint. I'm not sure what we're going to get from an offensive game plan. It sounds like they are going to lean heavily on the young rusher down there, Pierce, but it's tough. And they've already had bad luck. Like, they drafted a rookie receiver with a high-ish pick, and he ended up having some health issues. He's out for the season. So this offense probably destined to stink a little, and they just don't have the good star players in the right spots. Like, hey, you have a great left tackle, but your quarterback might have just been a little bit of a flash in the pan against some bad teams last year. Like, Davis Mills played good, but some of it was bad competition and some of it was garbage time scores. So I don't believe in Houston, and I want no part of this game because I'm certainly not laying it with the Colts team right now.
Well, for me, I'm with the betting public here. It's the Texans or no bet, and the over or no bet. Let's start. I would like to hear your thoughts on what Matt Ryan's going to do, because there's nice pieces around him. Jonathan Taylor, a beast. 1,169 yards, 11 touchdowns his rookie year. Follows that up with 1,811 yards and 18 touchdowns. Last year, Michael Pittman Jr. caught 1,082 yards, 6 touchdowns. And Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly on the offensive line are very good. The Colts secondary, though, will look very different this year. Xavier Rhodes left in free agency. Rocky Sin was traded. Backup TJ Carey left in free agency. Cornerback Kenny Moore is still there. They bring in Stephon Gilmore. And then Andrew Sendejo, free agency. Kerry Willis retired. George Odom, free agency. Jaleel Addae, free agency, are now gone. The only starter there is Julian Blackmon from that group. And Matt Eberflus is now the Bears head coach. And here comes Gus Bradley. How's Gus Bradley still working?
Yeah. I defended him on a different show once too. I'm like, he could do worse, but that's not exciting. That's not what you want to be doing there. And yeah, on paper, looks like a real good team. I feel like there's probably a little bit of a break-in period for Matt Ryan. If he gets it right away, they might just win by 20, but not with my money.
Well, Davis Mills, you spoke of, because he had that nice 5-game run, to finish off the season. I mean, Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, and tight end Brevin Jordan. He's got a really good offensive line: Kenyon Green, Laramie Tunsil, Titus Howard, Justin Britt. On defense, you spoke already about rookie corners, and they got third overall pick out of LSU, Derek Stingley. They got safety Jalen Petrie in the second round out of Baylor, and veteran Jerry Hughes comes over. The Bills' front seven's so weak. I think I've just talked myself into the over in this spot. Am I too late to the party is the question. It's gone from 44 to 46.
Honestly, and too, like I talked about with Mills, like maybe Mills is a good garbage time quarterback, like old garbage time Mitch. If this ends up being a Colts blowout, I don't think Texans are the kind of team who just packs it in and runs. So I don't hate that, but yeah, it has taken some steam along with that Houston line today.
Yeah,
and honestly, at a certain point, I mean, some stats and trends are stupid. Like, hey, this team's X and X against this team. Some of those games were in the 60s. You're gonna really put stock in that. But when a coach can't get a game won, not even one, I think he was a favorite in 3 out of those 4 openers. One was basically a pick 'em. Is there something to Reich not starting the season out strong, just not being able to prep for week 1 right? I don't know. That eventually you got to start worrying there's some signal there.
Wow. So you kind of had me thinking if the Colts start out quickly against this Texans team, the Colts are just going to slow the game down completely in the second half and just let Jonathan Taylor run the ball, even though there could be some offense from Davis Mills late because the Texans will keep trying. But would that lean you to would you prefer a first half over then if you were going to move on the over?
Maybe that's if you could get like a 23.5 there.
Yeah, I'm going to see what I'm being.
The Colts come out strong, especially if the Colts build up some sort of lead and just turn into, we're going to feed Hines, going to feed Taylor, going to run. And if the Texans still can't get anything done, you might be howling mad when this ends up like 42-3.
Well, I'm in. First half over 23. Weak defenses and susceptible ones. I like this. We talked it out. This was not a plan. It is now going to be part of my action. First half over 23, slightly juiced to the over in the first half. Prince of the City says we still on this game. Yes, we'll move on from Colts, Texans, and Energy Stadium. That's the 1 p.m. games.
We at Pop Sports Radio are doing our own Cappers contest. $100 entry fee. We will all be competing against each other. Every single cent that's put in will go into the prizes.
You've got 5 picks every week. If you go to pubsportsradio.com, you buy yourself that little ticket that you see on the website right there. Just hit add a cart. You buy the little ticket right there. And after you buy the ticket, you'll get an email with a link and a specific password for you to log in, make your picks, and all that good jam.
So it coincides, of course, with a survivor pool. 1 pick per week, sports survivor pool. That's exciting. We're having a Cappers contest, 5 picks against the spread each week, and a survivor contest. We all get to toast the victors and roast the losers. The Cappers contest at Pub Sports Radio. All you have to do is go to pubsportsradio.com to sign up.